stamping friends, it's Becky Roberts with Inking Idaho. I'm going to introduce you to the March 2021 Concord 9th new products. This month we have something for babies, showers, and celebrations, an alphabet soup turnabout stamp, a triple step blooming heart bundle, two really neat plaid card front dies, and an updated version to an old favorite called Beautiful Branches, and this one is called Seasonal Branches Bundle, and it's absolutely stunning, so let's get started. This is the Safari Friends Stamp Set and Die Bundle. This one is perfect for making cards to celebrate all the little ones in our lives, from new babies to baby showers or even baby decor. So let's take a look at what's included in this. So this is what the dies cut out. So you could stamp the elephant, the rhinoceros, and the zebra, and the dies cut those out. We have two little birds that cut out, a little heart that I'll explain to you in just a minute, and then we have the word bubbles. And so there are two stamps that stamp in the word bubbles, and then in the die set there are two dies that punch out the little tiny words that you can put on the word bundles to make "Oh So Sweet" and "So in Love." The ABCs that are in here are really fun because they coordinate with the sentiments right here. They say A is for adorable, B is for beautiful baby, and C is for cute and cuddly. So all kinds of possibilities for cards, banners, decorations, showers, lots of fun stuff in this one. So let's take a look at a couple of cards. This one says, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, do you know how loved you are?" And it's just plain and simple. We stamped the elephant first, stamped the words over top of it, and then added just a couple of stars. Oh, well, more than that. And then I popped it up on some foam tape, and that's just a nice, simple little card. This one has the animals on there that are all stacked up. I love that look. So I did mushroom ink for the elephant, stardust for the rhinoceros, and sorbet for the zebra. The little birds are in sea glass, and then I took the ABCs in dove and went all the way around the background. Did the A is for adorable, so that's a cute little baby card right there. And then the last one I took the colors that I was using in clover, sorbet, sea glass, and stardust, and then I mixed them with one of the alphabet soup turnabout stamps strips. So then I stamped clover, sorbet, and stardust, put the zebras on there, added "So Happy for You," and that's just another fun little example of all the things that you can make with the Safari Friends bundle. This is the Alphabet Soup Turnabout stamp, the latest in the Turnabout collections. This one creates alphabet backgrounds for your cards. Now, when you get your Turnabout stamp and you open it, remember that you have your stamping positioner piece right in here. So don't throw this away because you'll need this to position your stamp correctly so that it turns correctly. And then, as always, you will find the back of the packaging has the different steps on it and how to do it. But let's take a look today at what they really look like when you stamp them out. So this is Alphabet Soup, just stamped plain, just has how it comes. This is Alphabet Soup, turning it once to number 2 with 2 colors, turning it to number 3 with 3 colors, and turning it to number 4 all the way around the entire turnabout, and then with all 4 colors. So this is what the Alphabet Soup looks like. So let's take a look at a quick card. This one, I just did the exact same colors that I was working with here, which are clover, stardust, sea glass, and sorbet. And then I just took the same card stocks, cut 1/4-inch strips, put them across here, and then I used the zebra from the Safari bundle. So that's a quick little example of what you can make with Alphabet Soup. This is the triple step blooming heart stamp set and die bundle. When I received this, I thought, oh my goodness, that looks complicated. What in the heck is it? And then I turned over the packaging to discover that Concord 9th has done all the thinking for you. So each of these 3 stamps have an arrow at the top that tell you exactly where to line them up to create the beautiful heart. And this could not have been easier. This turned out to be one of my favorites. So in this stamp set, you have the 3 big stamps that create the heart, and then you have all these little accessory pieces, some sentiments, and then in the die set, you have this beautiful heart that cuts out. So let me go through this with you. So this cuts out the layered top and the actual heart solid. So I put them both together on here so that you could see what they look like. And then the sentiments say Happy Easter, congratulations, thinking of you, you're incredible, ever so grateful, Happy Mother's Day. And then the banner that cuts those out, and you have 2 dies for the flowers if you want to cut out some extra ones. And then in the stamp set, here's just a few of the possibilities of all the things that you can make with all these little flowers. Really, the endless possibilities. All right, so back to the heart for a minute. So what you do is you start with the leaves, and you start with just a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of cardstock. And my tip for you is to start your stamping a little higher up on the cardstock than you need, because you need a little bit of extra room to cut the point out of the bottom of the heart, and I did miss that a couple of times. So move it up higher than you think you need to. So you're going to stamp all of the leaves first, take it off, and then you're going to line up with the arrow, and you're going to line and do one of the next flowers, clean it off, and then you're going to line up with this arrow and stamp right on top of it. The guesswork is 0. It is so perfectly lined up. And it leaves this little space in here for you to put your sentiment. So this one says thinking of you, and this is what the space looks like if you don't put anything in it, and you can put the little banner on there. This says you're incredible, because you are. All right, let's take a look at a couple of examples. This one, I put the thinking of you across here, and I did this in sprout, parsley, and poppy. And this is the new plaid cover background. And so I just did just the heart, not the top part, just the heart, and just the stamping on this one. And then for this one, I just die cut the solid heart and a lacy heart, layered them together, and then I used the individual little flowers to create a tiny bouquet. Then I used the word hello on the die that comes with this, and then I just cut off what I didn't need. So there's a couple of samples for you of what you can make with the triple step Blooming Heart stamp bundle. These are the new plaid card front thin and thick dies. These create texture for your cards in the most beautiful plaid pattern. So this is what it looks like if you just use the thick only. And then if you add the thin on top of it, then it gets layered for even more texture and looks like that. So let me show you a couple of examples of different colors that I created with them. This is the one I just had. So this is grapefruit and sorbet put together, so you can see the thick, and then if you add the thin. This one is aqua sky and peacock. Isn't that pretty? And then I did this one in ballet and honeysuckle. And then this one is just a tone on tone. So if you take just the eggplant by itself in the thick and you layer it with the eggplant on top of it, it just creates a tone on tone texture for your card. And then if you want to continue that, you put it on the same color of background. It's just a pretty look. You can do all kinds of different things with this. And then for the card, I just started with the thick background, then I added the thin background, and then I decided to put it on a same color card. And then this is the triple step heart that's also out this month. So this is just a few examples of combinations that you can make using the plaid card front thin and thick dies. This is the Seasonal Branches Stamp Set and Die Bundle. This is reminiscent of an old Concord 9th favorite called Beautiful Branches. It's just updated, more modern version with more pieces. So in this set, you can choose from 2 different kinds of leaves and flowers. You can make eucalyptus, wisteria, apple blossoms, berries, all kinds of things to hang on the branches. This is just a beautiful set. So let's take a look at what is included in here. So with the eucalyptus, you'd stamp out the eucalyptus and then the die that cuts it out. You have 2 different kinds of leaves. These could even be made into pine cones. And then you have the wisteria, which is right here. And then this is how it cuts out. You have the berries, and then it cuts them out. You have 3 different sizes of apple blossoms, a beautiful branch. Now remember, if it's too big for you, you can trim it down on your card. And then we have 2 beautiful scripty dies, You're So Kind and Thinking of You, as well as the 5 sentiments that are in this set. So let's take a look at some samples. This one I did with the thinking of you and wishing you the best. And this is just done with the eucalyptus. Remember the rock and roll stamping where you stamp it in one color and then you roll it in the darker color to get that texture and look on there, a little bit of shading. That's what I did for this one. So this one is thinking of you with the eucalyptus. This one is just berries and leaves, same thing. I stamped first in poppy and then I just kind of rocked and rolled it around the cranberry pad. For the leaves, I wanted a little bit more olive tone, so I stamped first in parsley and then I kind of rock and rolled it in the stardust. And then I just added a few extras that I die cut on top of it. And then thanks for always being there for me. And then this one, You're So Kind, Your Breath of Fresh Air. So I used all the apple blossoms on this one. So I stamped the branch, did all the flowers, or excuse me, all the leaves, and then I stamped and die cut the flowers to make the apple blossoms. So when you mail these, they are going to get kind of smashed, but it's really easy that your recipient can just pop those back up. So let me show you real quick how I did that. So just take some sort of a foam mat and mouse pad, something like that, and a stylus. And then once you stamp it, just kind of roll it in the center and it creates this blossom. And then you can just add that right to your card. Also, as a stamping tip for you, when you're stamping solid images like this, if you're not using a stamp positioner, make sure that you stamp on top of a mat or a mouse pad so that you get that full solid impression. So these are just some of the things that you can do with the new beautiful Seasonal Branches stamp set and die bundle. Well, stamping friends, that's what's new for March of 2021. Did you find something to add to your stamping collection this month? I sure did. Remember, if you can't decide, there's always that easy one-click button that adds everything to your cart at one time. Thanks for joining me today.